Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1983 season is on the air. Today's date is May 16th, 1983. We are at Milwaukee County Stadium for a pretty good game here between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Milwaukee Brewers. The Blue Jays come into this game at 18-12. They're playing pretty good baseball. So are the Brewers. The Brewers are 19-11. So right now, these two teams are near the top of the American League East, still chasing the Yankees early on here in the month of May. But right now, these two teams will go at each other for a big game here at County Stadium. So hopefully we will have a good matchup tonight. And we should see some exciting action tonight here. Joel Turney and Jeremy Brooks are first to join us here at County Stadium. The Blue Jays historically won the game 2-1. They had 6 hits and no errors. The Brewers had 10 hits and 3 errors, so they did not play a very good defensive matchup tonight. But we'll see what happens here as the Blue Jays and the Brewers get right down to it for a very good game. I also would like to say congratulations to Ichiro Suzuki, Billy Wagner, and CC Sabathia for being elected into the Hall of Fame. I am pretty sure none of you will have any objections to any of them. I'm pretty sure here no one will have any objections to Ichiro, Sabathia, or to Wagner for being put into the Hall of Fame. Ichiro did not get 100% of the vote. He got like 99.7%. I would like to find the schmuck who decided he was not a Hall of Fame and take away his license for choosing Hall of Famers. Because obviously the guy knows nothing about baseball. Anyway, so congratulations to all 3 of those players. Beltran just missed, actually. Beltran got 70% of the vote, only 5% shy. And believe it or not, he may get in next year for the simple reason is next year, there really is nobody major going in that I checked. So Carlos Beltran might find himself in there next year, but we will see what happens there. So congratulations to Ichiro, the greatest Japanese player in baseball history, and he is. Otani's got a lot of work to do to replace him there. Okay, Billy Wagner, one of the best closers of all time, and of course, CC Sabathia and his 3,000 strikeouts, absolutely he gets in, no problem. But let's go back here to 1983, and let's get ready for some baseball. Starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers tonight is Bob McClure. 9 wins, 9 losses, a 4.50 ERA. He gets the call for the Brew Crew. We are at County Stadium. This is a pitcher's park. Only 121 home runs, -3 to strikeouts, and -2 to walks in 83. This is a pitcher's park. So County Stadium, but then again, now that I've said that, we'll have 20 home runs tonight. So without further ado, let's go to the top of the first and let's play some baseball. Leading off for the Blue Jays will be the center fielder, Lloyd Mosby. He had a very good year in 83. 315 average, 18 homers, 81 RBIs. That is an excellent year for him. We're going to use blue, white, and yellow dice. Brewers are the home team. The fans here at County Stadium settling in for a big game between the Jays and the Brew Crew. What will happen tonight? Let's see what Inside Pitch has to say. McClure, 1-2 against the lefty. It's a walk plus 10, and that 12 is going to be a walk. So the first thing he does is walk Mosby, and he will trot to first. McClure had 67 walks in 83. Next batter is the second baseman, Garth Orge, a 275 average, 2 homers, 39 RBIs in 83. Mosby, 27 stolen bases. He won't get one here. McClure, 3-2. It's a blank. Orge, 5-1. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. 2-1. 2-1. And let's see. Orge is a righty. So second base will be pivot, and that is Gantner, and he's a +1. A 1-2, it's a double play. And no, Mosby thrown out at second, and Orge will take over at first on the fielder's choice. So fielder's choice to the pitcher. And the next batter for the Jays will be the left fielder, Barry Bonnell. 318 average, 10 homers, 54 RBIs. That's a good year. Orge had 7 stolen bases. He won't get any here. McClure, 6'6", strikeout 8. Nope, that's too high. That -3 to strikeouts is going to come in handy for the batters. Bono, 6'4", and that is another ground ball right back to McClure. 3-2. Bono a righty, so second base is pivot once again, and that's Gantner. He's a +1, a 1-3. Did they turn a double play? No. This time McClure only has one play, and he's going to throw to first to get the out, 2 away, or to move to second. 2 outs now, and now we'll see the Toronto designated hitter, Cliff Johnson. 265 average, 22 homers, 76 RBIs. I don't have any issues with those stats for a season. Strategy roll. Nothing for Orge. He stays put. McClure, 5-2 against the righty. It's a blank. Johnson, 6-2. Base hit right field. Single for Johnson. That should score Orge. Base runner 4. A single to right becomes a 5 with 2 outs. 5 minus 1, a 1-4. Orge will score, and he will. And going around first is Johnson. A 1-2. He'll take second, and he'll go back to first. Actually, that's a 6. He'll take second, but he'll go back to first. So he stays put, but Orge will come in, and he will score. And Johnson got himself a single. 1-0 already in favor of the Jays. Cliff Johnson, an RBI single. And that will bring up the right fielder, Jesse Barfield. Always felt he was a solid player. 253 average, 27 homers, 68 RBIs in 83. Ben Witz joins us here at County Stadium. I'm sure Ben Witz has no problem with Ichiro, Billy Wagner, and CC Sabathia being put into the Hall of Fame today. I don't think you have any issue with any one of those 3. McClure with the pitch. 3-4, error on a grounder. Barfield, 3-1. That's a hit hard to left field. That's a 10, and that's going to be a double for Jesse Barfield. Left fielder is Ben Ogilvy. His error rating is a 3. He will not make an error. With 2 outs, Johnson, base runner 3. And that's a double to left, -3, and Johnson has to hold. So Barfield gets a double, but he will not score Johnson because of a very good arm out there by Ben Ogilvy, and now runners at second and third. Once in a while, they can get it right. And yes, they did this year. So now runners at second and third. That'll bring up the third baseman, Mickey Klutz. 256 average, 3 homers, only 5 RBIs in 83. Only played in 22 games that season. What about that player from the White Sox? Yeah, whatever there, XSG2. You're gonna get the block dragon very shortly there. Johnson on at third, Barfield on at second, and they will stay put. McClure, 1-3, strikeout 12. That will be a K. Got him, struck him out. And that will be the first strikeout for McClure. He had 66 and 83. But the Blue Jays are on the board. 1 run on 2 hits and a walk. Have a quick 1-0 lead here as we go to the bottom of the first. Timeout for 1 quick second. Okay, never mind. I did that right. Starting pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays tonight is Dave Stieb. I always felt he was very solid. 17 wins, 12 losses, a 3.04 ERA. Dave Stieb, I thought, was actually one of the better pitchers for the Blue Jays in their history. I thought he was very, very good. Bottom of the first, leading off for the Brew Crew will be the third baseman, Paul Molitor. Hall of Famer, absolutely. And I still say the best DH of all time. 270 average, 15 homers, 47 RBIs in 83. And he could also play the field. And he was good. And he was pretty decent. Stieb, 3-1 against the righty. Walk, 15 is too high. Molitor, 5-5, hits one into center field, and that's a 4. And against the righty, Molitor is going to lead off with a double. Only 3 runs were scored historically in this game, and right now both these teams are coming out swinging. That'll bring up the shortstop, Robin Yount, Hall of Famer, damn straight. 308 average, 17 homers, 80 RBIs in 83. So Molitor on at second, and strategy roll here, and nothing happening. Stieb, 4-5, error on a grounder. Yount, 6-1. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Upshaw. His error rating is an 8. That's a 17. He won't make an error. He will make the play. And Molitor goes to third on the ground out. 1 out, Molitor to third. And now the first baseman, Cecil Cooper. This guy definitely belongs in the Hall of the Very Good. 307 average, 30 homers, 126 RBIs. So Molly on at third. They're going to play the infield in early. Strategy roll, he'll stay put. Stieb, 5-1, range play. Cooper, 3-5. That's popped up to first base. Going back for that is going to be Upshaw. His range is a 4, and he will get it. 2 outs. And Molitor stays at third. So 2 down. And now the batter is the catcher, Ted Simmons. Hall of Famer. 308 average, 13 homers, 108 RBIs. Still on the fence. Molitor on at third. Stieb will pitch to Simmons. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 15. Stieb, 3-6 against the switch left. It's an automatic out. And that's going to be grounded to second base. And Garth Wards will get to that one, throw it over, and retire the side. And Molitor stays stranded at third. 1-0 Blue Jays after 1. Not a great season by Molitor standards, which is saying something. Yeah, and he still batted 270. There are a lot of players that would still like to bat 270 for a year. I have no issues with any batter that hits around 270. There is nothing wrong with that. I'll take that from a batter every season. We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Jays will be the catcher, Buck Martinez, 253 average, 10 homers, 33 RBIs in 83. McClure, 1-3, strikeout 12, no. Martinez, 5-6, flies out to center. That'll be an easy play for Gorman Thomas. And he's got it for the out. Next batter is the first baseman, Willie Upshaw. Decent player, but he had a very good year in 83. 306 average, 27 bombs, 104 RBIs. That's a good year. That's a great year. McClure, 1-2 against the lefty. That's a walk, and he will. Against the lefty, it's a walk plus, actually, and that will walk Upshaw. So he'll walk Upshaw, second walk given up by McClure. And now we will see the shortstop, Alfredo Griffin, 250 average, 4 homers, 47 RBIs. Tommy Lasorda, baseball is a profession where you can fail 7 out of 10 times and be a success. Yep. And he's right. Upshaw at first. Does he do anything? That's a 20. McClure fires to first, and nope, they'll get back. McClure does have a pretty decent pickoff, but he balked a lot in 83. McClure, 6-3, strikeout 7. That's high. Griffin, 1-2, base hit right past second. Upshaw easily has the speed. He'll get to third. So the Blue Jays again are threatening here. With runners at the corners, here's Mosby. He walked his first time up. They'll play the infield for double play. Runners at the corners. Top of the second, still already 1-0 in favor of the Jays. And nothing happening on the strategy. McClure, he will pitch. McClure, 4-1 at the blank. Mosby, 3-5. Single into past third base. That'll be a base hit. Upshaw will come in to score. Alfredo Griffin holds at second. Mosby to first. And the Blue Jays are up 2-0. Stadium groans. RBI base hit by Mosby. It will now bring up Orge. Orge is 0 for 1. Still 1 out, top of the second. Blue Jays already have the 2 runs they had in the ball game historically. Strategy, nothing with McClure. He will pitch. 3-5, that's blank. Orge, 1-3, and that's flied to right field. And Charlie Moore will come under it, make the play for out number 2. Griffin, base runner 3, hit to right 0. Moore a -1, 1-2. Griffin will take third. He won't. He'll stay where he is. 2 outs now, and here comes Bonnell. Bonnell is 0 for 1. Strategy roll, and nothing happening there. McClure will pitch. McClure, 2-1, range play. Bonnell, a 6-6 fly ball to right field. Charlie Moore going after it. His range is a 2. And nope, that's going to drop in. That'll be a single into right field. With 2 outs, Griffin, base runner 4. A single to right, -1. -1 will make him a 3, and he will score. Griffin will score from second base. Mosby, he will make third. And Bonnell holds at first. It's 3-0 Jays. Stadium groans. RBI single by Bonnell as Moore couldn't get there. And here comes Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 1. Yes, this here. Yes, success. He's actually. You are correct. This was really the start of the Blue Jays' run of success. It really was. They were a pretty good team for about a decade. And then, of course, winning it all in 92 and 93 and all of that. Mosby on at third, Bonnell on at first, 2 outs. Johnson the batter. Strategy, nothing on the 4, nobody will move. McClure, 5-3 against a righty. Walk, 17 will be too high. Johnson, 3-2, and he grounds it to short. Easy play for Yount. He's going to throw to first to get Johnson. And that will retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 walk. And the Blue Jays now have a 3-0 lead here, going in the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Brewers will be the left fielder, Ben Ogilvy. And always felt he was solid. 280 average, 13 homers, 66 RBIs. There are a lot of decent players on this Brewers team, too. Stieb, 1-5 against the lefty. It's an automatic. Out! And that's hit the second base. And Orge will get that and toss it over for the out. Next batter is the center fielder, Gorman Thomas, a 209 average, 22 homers, 69 RBIs. Thomas will be on the Cleveland Indians later in 1983. He is a Brewer today. Stieb, 6-1, walk plus 10, and that will walk Thomas. Stieb gives up his first walk. He had 87 of them in 83 and 278 innings pitched. That's not bad. So now runner on first here is the Milwaukee designated hitter, Roy Howell, a 278 average, 4 homers, 25 RBIs. Howell is the DH for the Brewers today. Thomas had 10 stolen bases. You won't get any here. Stieb, 4-4. That's a pitcher result, and that 15 is too high. Howell, 5-6, and he hits one to left field, an easy play for Bonnell. Puts it away for out number 2. And now the right fielder, Charlie Moore, 284 average, 2 homers, 49 RBIs. Nothing wrong with that year. Thomas still on at first. He'll stay at first. Stieb, a 4-5 error on a grounder. Moore, 5-4, and that is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Garth Orge. His error rating is an 8. That's a 17. He'll make the play, throw to first, side retired. Nothing across except a walk. 3-0 Blue Jays after 2. Once again, congratulations to Ichiro, Wagner, and Sabathia for getting into the Hall of Fame. All definitely well-deserved. All definitely well-deserved. Is it okay to say that maybe that Ichiro Suzuki is the Roberto Clemente of Japan? Is it okay to say that? He's a Roberto Clemente of Japan. Is that okay to say that? Leading off for the Blue Jays will be Jesse Barfield. He got a double his first time up. McClure will go ahead and pitch. McClure, 3-2, blank. Barfield, 6-3, line drive right to short, and Yount will glove it, 1 out. I mean, he's no Roberto Clemente. There never will be another Roberto Clemente. But Ichiro was one hell of a player. You know, if you include his Japanese stats, he has over 4,000 hits. And yes, I will pretty much will say that I'm pretty sure nobody here will have a problem if I say Ichiro is one of the greatest of all time. I think he does get that GOAT title. Here's Klutz. He's 0 for 1. McClure, 2-3, walk plus 10, and he really didn't walk, but the plus 10 makes him a walk anyway, and he is going to walk him. So Klutz is going to get a base on ball saying, this is weird. That is already the third walk given up by McClure. A chance now for Martinez. Martinez is 0 for 1. Klutz said no stolen bases. Won't get any here. That's a 1 anyway, though. He actually gets the steal sign. And he said, and with a stolen base rating of 0, I'm going to say he ain't going nowhere. McClure, 5-3, righty, walk, 18, no. Martinez, 6-1, base hit, left field. Klutz, a base runner, 2. Single to left, no chance. He's going to hold at second base. So a base hit now for Martinez. It will bring up Upshaw. Blue Jays are hitting right now. Upshaw got on base with a walk his first time up. So runners at first and second, 1 out, top of the third. Blue Jays already on the line. Nothing happening there. McClure will pitch. McClure, 1-2 against the lefty. It's a walk plus 10, but that's 16. Yeah, that's going to walk him. That makes him a 20. Minus 2 is 18. He will walk Upshaw, and the bases are loaded. So now the bases loaded. And that is the 4th walk by McClure. And here comes Griffin. Griffin got a single his first time up. They're going to call the infield in. Means the play will be at the plate. McClure will pitch. Strategy. Nothing on the 18. McClure. 3-4. Error on a grounder. Griffin. 3-1. That is a ground ball. It's a ground ball to second. That ball is hit to Gantner. His error rating is a 4. That's an 8. He will not make an error. So let's see here. He got a 1, and that's it. And the only way they turn a double play, a home to first double play, is on a 1. That's a 4. They will get Klutz at the plate, and that's out number 2. The runners will advance. So 2 down. They get Klutz on the fielder's choice. It'll now bring up Mosby. If McClure can get out of this inning not giving up anything, it would be a moral victory. Mosby is 1 for 1, a single and a walk. Nothing happening on the strat. McClure, 1-5. Pitcher result. Lefty, 1-3 is a base hit. The 7 is high. Mosby, 1-3. And he grounds it to second base. That'll get handled by Gantner. Gantner will toss it over, and the Brewers get out of it. No runs, one hit, a couple of walks. But the Brewers will get out of it, surrendering no runs. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. As every Tavo 9 GLA joins us here at County Stadium. Has every team now appeared on the channel? No. 2 more teams left in the block. 2 more teams left in the first block, and we have them coming up in the next 2 days. Leading off for the Brewers will be the second baseman, Jim Gantner. I always felt he was solid. 282 average, 11 homers, 74 RBIs. Stieb will pitch. Stieb, 3-2. Against the lefty, it's a home run. And Gantner against the righty needs an 11. That's a 10, and it's gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. That ball is gone. Home run, Jim Gantner. Gantner will put the Brew Crew on the board. It's now 3-1. Put it on the board there, 3-1 right there, and Gantner will go ahead and get it. And it's now a 3-1 ball game. Next batter is Molitor. Molitor is 1 for 1, got a double his first time up. 3-1 now. Stieb, 3-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Against the righty, it's a walk. I'm going too fast here. 3-1 against the righty. It's a walk, and Molitor is going to walk because that was a 3, and he's going to trot to first. Slow down, Robert. Slow down. Second walk given up by Stieb. Here comes Yount. Yount is 0 for 1. 3-1 now in favor. Molitor at first. He had 41 stolen bases. He was a thief, too. That's a 20. Stieb fires to first. And no, Molitor gets back. Michael Peterson joins us here at County Stadium. Being the Yankee fan that Michael Peterson is, I'm sure he has no problem with CC being put in the Hall of Fame, along with Ichiro and Billy Wagner. Stieb, 6-4. Error on a throw. Yount, 1-5. That's a double into center field. Double to center. Mosby's error rating is a 3. That's an 18. He will not make a throwing error. So normal base runner advancement. Molitor, base runner 3. Double to center, -2. A 1. He'll get to a score, and he won't. Molitor holds at third. Yount goes to second. And now the Brewers are now busy. Brewers have runners at second and third and no one out. Here comes Cooper. Ichiro was no Harold Baines. Cooper is 0 for 1. Infield going to play in. Molitor at third, Yount at second. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 10. Stieb will pitch to Cooper. Stieb, 6-3, strikeout, 19 no. Cooper, 5-3, and it's a fly ball to center field, and that's going to be out number 1. Does he bring in Cooper? Yes, he will. I'm bringing Molitor. Yes, he will. That will be a sacrifice fly. And does Yount take third? Let's see. Base runner 5 at the center, -1. Mosby a 0, 1-4. He will take third. So now it's a 3-2 ball game as the Brewers are right back into this. Sacrifice fly for Cooper. Stadium cheers. Yay! Now 1 out. Infield still playing in. Here comes Simmons. Simmons is 0 for 1. Beltran was the better choice. For what? Wagner? I have no problem with Wagner. Beltran, he's going to probably get in next year because next year's Hall of Fame ballot is pretty weak. He may be the only one put into the Hall of Fame next year. I've already seen what the 2026 ballot looks like, and I'm not impressed. I think he gets in next year. Yount on at third. Lee Smith. Of course, Lee Smith deserved to be in there. Yount on at third. Strategy roll. Yount stays put. Stieb, 6-4. Error on a throw. Simmons, 6-2. That's a ground ball to short. Now, before I roll it's a 15. Griffin's error rating is a 9. He's not going to make a throwing error. It's a grounder to short. The infield is in. Robin Yount's base running rating is a 3 with the infield in. Do they send him? Yes, they do. And the throw is going to come to the plate. So a 1, 2, 3 or a 6, he's going to be safe. He is. Throw to the plate is not in time. Yount will score. Simmons will make first. This game is tied. Stadium cheers. Yay! So that goes as a fielder's kind of pretty much an infield single, and we're tied at 3. No lead is safe when you play inside pitch. Here comes Ogilvy. Ogilvy's 0 for 1. Infield is now back. Stieb will pitch. Simmons had 4 stolen bases, none here. Stieb, 4-3, strikeout, no. Ogilvy, 5-2, and Ogilvy continues hitting for the Brewers, and that's a double to center field. Simmons, a base runner 2, a double to center -2. Simmons will not have to hold at third base. So right now the Brewers are beginning to get to Stieb, and they're beginning to hit hard. Here is Thomas. Thomas walked his first time up. Simmons on at third, Ogilvy on at second. Strategy, nothing on the 17. Stieb, infield is in again, by the way. 6-5 at the park. County Stadium, 6-3. And that's a fly ball to left field. That'll be caught by Bonnell. And that is out number 2. Thomas, a 1-3, will bring in Simmons, and he will. And the Brewers have taken the lead. Ogilvy, base runner 2. He will stay at second base automatically. And it's now 4-3 Brewers. Stadium cheers. Yay! A sacrifice fly to left. The batter now is Howell. Howell is 0 for 1. How quickly a 3-0 lead evaporates. But now 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Ogilvy at second stays. Stieb, 6-1. That's a walk plus 10, and he'll walk Howell. They're going to go talk to Stieb on the mound real quick. Stieb's about to pitch to his 9th batter, and that's Moore. Moore is 0 for 1. Brewers already here getting to get the lead right back. Strategy, nothing on the 8. Stieb will pitch. 6-5. That's at the park. County Stadium, 2-1. And it's a fly ball to left, but Bonnell will get to that. He'll make the play. And they tire the side. 4 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. A solo bomb by Jim Gantner, 2 walks, and 2 sacrifice flies. And that will give the Brewers a 4-3 lead here after 3. As David Vega joins us here at County Stadium. So we had 3 runs historically scored in this game. We have 7 right now. Top of the 4th, and Garth Orge leads off for TOR Rondo, and he is 0 for 2. Sports Time Machine, Utah Mike joins us here at County Stadium. Jesse Orozco should get some consideration. He has the most appearances in baseball history. I don't think he's Hall of Fame. What he could be put in, though, is Hall of the Eternals or something like that. That I think he deserves. And also Clee baseball fans joins us here at County Stadium. Yes, the next few years after next year are loaded. Buster Posey, Yadier Molina, Albert Pujols, Miguel Cabrera. Yes, but next year is weak. That's why I think Beltran may be the only one going in next year. He only missed it by 5%. McClure, 2-4 against the righty, blank. Orge, 2-2 against the lefty. Orge hits a double into center field. Everybody's hitting tonight. Orge is going to get a leadoff double. He'll hold at second. The next batter is Bonnell. Bonnell is 1 for 2. Orge at second base. He will stay there. McClure will pitch. McClure, 2-3. That's a walk plus 10, and he will walk Bonnell. And right now, both of these pitchers may not be lasting long. McClure can pitch to 27, and Stieb can pitch to 32. But now runners at first and second, no one out. You just took the lead, Milwaukee, and now here comes Johnson. Johnson 1 for 2 with a single. Strategy, nothing happening. McClure, 6-6, strikeout, no. Johnson, a 6-2, and that is a base hit to right field. Orge, base runner 4, a single to right, -1 is a 3, and it's a 6. We could have a play here. We could have a play. Orge coming around third. That ball was hit to right field. Right fielder is Charlie Moore. He has a -1 arm. A 1-5, there'll be a play. And there is an Orge 2-5 at the plate is out, and he is out of there. Orge is thrown out of the plate by Charlie Moore. Bonnell has to stay at second base. He does not take third, and there's one out. Stadium cheers. Yay! Single for Johnson. But Garth Orge is tossed out at the plate by Moore on the assist, and now one out. Bonnell has to stay at second base. And now here's Barfield. Barfield 1 for 2 with a double. Have I had an ejection playing this game? No, not yet. Tonight's game or throughout the whole time, I've had plenty of ejections throughout the history of playing it. That's what rare plays come up with sometimes. Bonnell on at second, Johnson on at first, one out here, 4-3 Brewers. Strategy, no play. McClure, 6-4, strikeout, no. Barfield, 4-3, and that's a ground ball to second base. 2-2-3, shortstop, pivot, Yount -1 is a 2. They won't get the double play. Bonnell will move to third. Johnson is out. Barfield takes first, 2 down. Fielder's choice. It will now bring up Klutz. Klutz is 0 for 1 with a walk. Yeah, had a whole bunch of ejections. There are lots of ejections playing the game, Michael. I'm sure you saw some of the ejections I've had. Batter and pitcher have been ejected. A lot of players have been ejected. Happens all the time. Pretty common when you get a rare play. Bonnell on at third, Barfield on at first, 2 outs. Strategy roll, nothing on the 5. McClure, 6-1, that's a blank. Klutz, 5-4, that's a fly ball to center field. And Gorman Thomas will come under it, put it away, and retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, a walk. But Garth Orge, thrown out at the plate by Charlie Moore, keeps us a 4-3 game early. Bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Brewers will be Jim Gantner, and he had a bomb his first time up. He gets a nice ovation from the County Stadium crowd. Stieb, 4-5, error on a grounder. Gantner, 6-3. Nope, that's going to be a fly ball to right, and that will be caught by Barfield, 1 out. Here comes Molly. Molly is 1 for 1, a double and a walk. Stieb, a 6-6 hit by pitch. Plunk, ouch. He hit him. Molitor travels to first. He'll get hit by Stieb on a 1. And that is the first hit batter in the game. And it will bring up Yount. Yount is 1 for 2. You finally broke it above 0 for the first time since Saturday night. I know it's been difficult. It's been in the 70s down here all day long. There, Ben, it's been in the 70s all day long. It's been wet and ugly, though. It's been wet and ugly down here in SoFla, but the temperature has been in the 70s and humid. Ugly last couple of days. Molitor on at first. He had 41 stolen bases, and he's not getting a chance here. Yount, however, does get the hit and run call, and he can hit for power against righties. I'm going to call that off, let him swing normally. Stieb, 5-3, strikeout 4. And that's going to be too high. Yount, 5-1, base hit right past short, and that will be a single. Molitor will hold at second base. So the Brewers doing the job on Stieb tonight. Doing the job on Stieb. So now runners at first and second and an out. Here comes Cooper. Cooper is 0 for 2, but he has a sacrifice fly. Does that comment deserve a block dragon or just a raspberry? I guess you can go ahead and give me a, you want to give me a block dragon, you can give me a block dragon. Molitor on at second, Yount on at first. See if anything on Strat. No. Stieb, 1-3, strikeout 3, cold strike 3 on Cooper. He'll get him. So he will get a K there. And that is only the first strikeout for Dave Stieb. He had 187 of them in 83, which is pretty good. It will now bring up Simmons. Simmons is 1 for 2. So now 2 outs. Anything happening on the bases? That's a 20. Stieb turns around, fires to second to get Molitor, and picked him off. He got him, and the inning is over. A 2-3 is a pickoff. That's a 3, and he got Molly. And that's going to end the inning. No runs and a hit batter. But Molitor not thinking about what's happening, and Stieb picks him off at second base. And Simmons will have to wait till the next inning. 4-3 after 4 in favor of the Brew Crew. Top of the 5th. Both these teams are near the top of the American League East. The Yankees still lead the division, but the Brewers and the Blue Jays are right behind them early here in the month of May, in the middle of May. Buck Martinez leads off for the Jays. He's 1 for 2 with a single. We don't get that sense of humor on other channels, so we give you a polite golf clap. McClure, 3-2, blank. Martinez, 2-6, grounded to short. And that'll be an easy play for Yount. And he'll toss it over, 1 out. Next up is Upshaw. Upshaw walked twice. He's 0 for 0. McClure, 5-5 against the lefty. Base hit right past the pitcher, and Upshaw will have a single. So he's on base again, but this time he does it the easy way, and he gets a hit. It will now bring up Griffin. Griffin is 1 for 2, a single and a fielder's choice. Could never make it as a golf commentator. Can't whisper. Ben, I actually did some History Maker golf a while ago. Okay, I actually didn't do too bad at History Maker golf. I wasn't really that loud in that game. But whatever. Upshaw on at first. Is he going anywhere? No, he's not. McClure, 2-5 against the switch right. That's a blank. Griffin, 6-1 against the lefty. It's a base hit past first. Upshaw easily makes third. And now the Blue Jays got something going on. And now McClure is tired. And here comes Mosby. The question is, do they want McClure to pitch? The Milwaukee bullpen today is very thin. I do not have many pitchers to choose from. Only got 5 pitchers in the bullpen for the Brewers in this game, not including the starters. A lot of the starters never pitched in relief. So bullpen is very thin for this game. Upshaw at third, Griffin on at first. And let's see. They're going to let McClure pitch to Mosby. The infield is in. Mosby is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. No, there is crowd. There is gallery. Remember, Davin, there is gallery groans. Okay, in History Maker Golf, there is gallery groans. There really is. That's where for people wondering where stadium cheers and stadium groans come from. It comes from History Maker Golf, because there is gallery cheers and gallery groans, and that's where they came from. Let's see. McClure, strategy roll. Nothing happening. McClure will pitch. 1-4. That's a walk plus 10. That will be high. Mosby. 4-1. Base hit, pass short. The game is tied. Upshaw will score. Griffin, he will hold at second base. Mosby has a tying base hit. We're tied at 4. As stadium groans. RBI single for Mosby. It will bring up Orge, but that will be it for McClure. So McClure goes ahead. They're going to take him out now, and the Brewers will go to the bullpen. Let's see who they're going to go with here. Their bullpen is not the best, but there is a few pitchers I can use. Coming on to pitch for the Brewers is going to be Tom Tellman. 9 wins, 4 losses, 8 saves, a 2.80 ERA. So right now, McClure leaves with a no decision unless a runner scores, and he's going to get the L. Runners at first and second, still 1 out. Infield back. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Tellman can pitch to 9, by the way. Here's the pitch from Tellman. Tellman, 4-6 against the righty. Strikeout 5. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 down. Tellman had 48 Ks in 83. Gets a big one there. We'll now bring up Bonnell. Bonnell is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. See, I like golf, Ben. I actually do like golf. I actually like watching it. I can't play it, but I like watching it. But not because of the players or anything I like. I'm a big fan of golf course architecture. I think golf courses are some of the most beautiful landscapes anywhere. There are tens of thousands of golf courses on Earth. Not one of them are alike. Tellman will pitch. Let's see. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 12. Tellman will pitch. 5-2 against the righty. Walk. That is ball 4. He will walk him. So now Tellman gets a big K. Now he gives up a big walk. He had 31 of them in 83. And so now the bases are juiced. And here comes a batter that can clear him. Here's Johnson. Johnson 2 for 3 with 2 singles. 2 outs here. Brewers trying to get out of this jam. Now tied at 4 here in the 5th. Strategy, nothing. Tellman, 3-4. Strikeout, 19 is a no. Johnson, 1-2. And it's a fly ball to right. And that's going to go over there by Charlie Moore. He will make the catch and retire the side. 1 run, 3 hits for the Blue Jays and a walk. But they'll have to be satisfied with a tie game. Now tied at 4. Bottom of the 5th. And it will be Ted Simmons leading off for the Brewers. He's 1 for 2. Stieb, 5-3. Strikeout, no. Simmons, 5-6. And that's flied to center field. That'll be handled by Mosby for the out. Next up is Ogilvy. Ogilvy 1 for 2 with a double. Stieb 6-5 at the park. County Stadium 3-6. It's a single. He hits that one into center field. That'll be a base hit for him. Ogilvy gets his second hit of the game. And he will hold it first. Next up is Thomas. Thomas is 0 for 1, but he has a sacrifice fly. Ogilvy had 4 stolen bases. None here. Stieb, 5-1, range play. Thomas, 4-4. It's a fly ball to the left. Going after that is Barry Bonnell. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to drop in, and that's going to be a single into left field. Ogilvy, base runner 2. Single to left has no chance. He has to hold at second base. Very good arm by Bonnell. He has a -2 arm, which pretty much keeps anybody from getting to the third and I hit the left. But now runners at first and second. And next up is Howell. Howell is 0 for 1 with a walk. 1 out, bottom of the 5th, tied at 4 here in this game at County Stadium. Anything on the strat? No. Stieb, 2-2. It's a blank. Howell, a 2-5. And Howell will come through with a double into left field. Ogilvy will score. Thomas, let's see. Double to left, -4. He is a 4. He's not going anywhere. He will get to third and be happy with it. RBI double by Howell. Brewers retake the lead. It's 5-4. Stadium cheers. Yay! And now a 5-4 lead here for the Brew Crew as Roy Howell comes up with a double. Going back and forth, as David Vega says, here's Moore. Moore is 0 for 2. Infield coming in. Thomas on at third. Howell on at second. Gallery barfs. I think I have done a gallery barfs on a certain play. Strategy roll. Nothing there for anything. Thomas on at third, Howell at second. Stieb will pitch. 4-1 against the righty. Strikeout +10, and he will swing and a miss. Struck them out. That's a big K. Second strikeout for Stieb, now 2 away. And next up is Gantner. Gantner 1 for 2 with a bomb. Strategy, no play. Stieb, 6-6, hit by pitch. Plunk, ouch. He hit Gantner, and that's the second hit batter by Stieb. And there's a little grumbling now in the dugouts. Warning given to both benches. Any more hit batters, pitchers are automatically ejected. But now the bases are loaded for Paul Molitor. Molly is 1 for 1, doubled, walked, and got hit. So now bases are full of Brewers. Molitor coming up. He does have some a little home run power. Stieb trying to get out of this jam with 2 outs. Brewers already have a run in. Strategy. That's a 20. Stieb fires the first to get Gantner. No, Gantner will get back. Stieb got to be careful with that. But now he'll pitch to Molly. Molly will pitch. Or Stieb will pitch. 3-5. That's a blank. He's not tired. Molitor. 4-4. And he hits one into left field. That's an 11. And against a righty, it's just gonna miss. Left fielder Barry Bonnell is near the line. He's going to track it down, and he'll just make the catch to retire the side. That's an 11. A 10 would have been a triple. The Brewers will have to get what they do get. 1 run on 3 hits and a hit batter. And it's 5-4 after 5. Molly just misses a bases-clearing triple. Never let it be said baseball is not a game of inches, or in this case, a game of dice. Top of the sixth, Tellman will stay on the mound. And it will be Jesse Barfield leading off for the Jays. And he's 1 for 3. Tellman will pitch. 2-2 against the righty. Walk 9, no. Barfield, 3-6. And he lifts one to left field, but Ogilvy will get that one. And that's the first out. Next batter is Klutz. Klutz is 0 for 2 with a walk. Tellman, 5-6. Strikeout, 15. Nothing's going to be too high. Klutz, 4-1. Ground out to second. Easy play for Gantner. And he'll throw it over for out number 2. And now Martinez. Martinez 1 for 3 with a single. Tellman, 3-4. Strikeout 4. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. That is the first strikeout for Tellman. He had 48 of them. I'm sorry, actually the second strikeout for him, 48. But that is a 1-2-3 inning. And that's the first time the Blue Jays have been sent down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the sixth. They're going to keep Stieb on the mound. He can pitch to 4 more before fatigue. And he will be facing Robin Yount to lead off. Yount is 2 for 3. 5-4 game. Brewers lead, bottom of the sixth. Stieb, 3-1 against the righty. Walk. Yep, that's ball 4. He'll walk him. He will walk Yount. So we'll lead off walk given up by Stieb. That is his 5th. And the very dangerous Cooper is next. Cooper is 0 for 3, but you kind of think he's due. Yount at 12 stolen bases, and he stays put. Stieb, 5-4. That's at the park. County Stadium, 3-5, and that's a ground ball to first. So 2-2-2. Shortstop, Pivot Griffin, -1. They won't get the double play, but Yount, with great speed, is going to make second. And the only play that Upshaw had was to tag out Cooper, and that's out number 1. So Cooper kind of way almost sacrifices Yount to second base. But an easy play there for Upshaw to get him. But now a runner in scoring position for Simmons. Simmons 1 for 3 with a single. Yount on at second, and he will stay there. Stieb, 1-1. Strikeout, 9 is high. Simmons, 2-6, and he popped it up. Pop out to first base. Upshaw's going to be in fair territory, and he'll put it away, 2 down. Here comes Ogilvy. Ogilvy 2 for 3, a single and a double. Yount on at second base, and nothing happening. Stieb will pitch. 5-6. That's a walk plus 10. That will walk Ogilvy. Ogilvy will trot to first. Another walk given up by Stieb, and now he is tired. And the next batter is Thomas. Thomas is 1 for 2, singled, walked, and sacrifice flied. They go talk to Stieb. Says, Stieb, you think you can get this? You think you can get out of this inning? Stieb says, I'm a pitcher. I can do it. Yount on at second. Ogilvy on at first. 2 outs. Bottom of the sixth now. Strategy. Nothing happening on the 2. Yount stays where he is. Stieb will pitch. Stieb, 2-5 against the righty. It's a blank. Thomas, 3-4, and he will get out of it. It's a fly ball to left. Barry Bonner will come under it, put it away, and retire the side. Nothing across except a couple of walks. 5-4, favor of the Brew Crew after 6. Top of the 7th. Tellman can pitch to 3 more batters before he fatigues. They're going to let him pitch. Willie Upshaw leads off for the Jays, for the Bluebirds, and he is 1 for 1, a single and 2 walks. Tellman will pitch. 1-3. Against the lefty, it's a walk plus 10. He will walk Upshaw. So he gives up the walk to Upshaw. Second walk given up by Tellman. It'll bring up Griffin. Griffin is 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles. Upshaw had 10 stolen bases. And he will not get any here. Griffin, however, does get the hit and run. And that might not be a bad idea. Hit and run is on. Tellman, 6-1. Home run chance. 17 is high, though. Griffin, 3-6. And it's a base hit to center field. That's going to be a hit and run. Upshaw, let's see here. He is a 5, but on a hit and run, that becomes a 7. So it's a single to center field. Not a chance. He easily makes third, and Griffin is at first. So a hit and run by Griffin works to perfection. And now runners at the corners, no one out for Mosby. What a great call. Yep, great managing once again. You just don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat. Upshaw on at third, Griffin on at second. Mosby the batter now. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles and a walk. Infield is in. They're trying to cut down Upshaw to the plate. Tellman is not tired. They're going to let him pitch here. Strategy. Nothing on the 2. Actually, Griffin gets the steal sign, but he's not going to go. Tellman will pitch. Tellman, 1-3 against the lefty. It's a walk plus 10, and he walks the bases loaded. Bases loaded, no one out. That will be it for Tellman, and the Brewers will have to go to the bullpen, and here comes Orge. Orge is 1 for 4, a double, and the Brewers need a pitcher. And coming on to pitch for the Brewers is going to be Jim Slayton. 14 wins, 6 losses, 5 saves, a 4.33 ERA. Slayton will be the third Brewer pitcher. And he can pitch to 11, actually. Looks like I might need another shot here. So Jim Slayton will come on to pitch. Infield is in. 5-4 Brewers, but nobody out. Orge is the batter. Fans here at County Stadium hoping Slayton can get it done. Strategy. Nothing on the 1. Slayton will pitch. Slayton, 5-2 against the righty. It's an automatic out. And that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Now that's going to be caught by Ogilvy for out number 1. Or sacrifice fly of 2. Hit to left plus 1 is a 3. And he will bring in Upshaw. The game is tied. So Upshaw scores. Griffin a base runner 3. Hit to left -2. And Ogilvy -1. Griffin will stay at second base. But the game is tied at 5. Stadium groans. So sacrifice fly for Orge. He'll get an RBI. It will now bring up Bonnell with runners at first and second. Bonnell is 1 for 2, a single and walked twice. So Slayton gives up the sacrifice, but now tied at 5 here in the 7th. Strategy, nothing. Slayton, 5-6. It's a blank. Bonnell, 4-6. And that's a fly out to center field. That'll be caught by Thomas for out number 2. Griffin, base runner 3, hit to center -1. Thomas, a +1, a 1-3. Griffin will get to third. He won't. 2 down, and now here's Johnson. Johnson is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. And now if the Brewers can get out of this inning only giving up a run, consider themselves lucky. Slayton looking in on Johnson, and he will pitch. Slayton, 1-4, strikeout, no. Johnson, 4-1, and that's a fly ball to left. And once again, Ogilvy will get to that. He'll put it away and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 couple of walks, and a sacrifice fly. The Brewers are lucky they only gave up the 1 run. But we are tied here. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next matchup will be tomorrow night. It'll be May 19th. And we're going to go back to the Kingdome for another game with the Seattle Mariners. But the team they'll be facing, we've not seen yet. It will be the California Angels versus the Seattle Mariners. Ken Forsch will be going for the Angels, and Matt Young will be going for the Mariners. So it'll be our first look at the Angels tomorrow night at the Kingdome. California at Seattle, and maybe it's kind of poetic that we are playing the Mariners tomorrow night after Ichiro getting a Hall of Fame, and of course he will be going in as a Mariner, as he should. So the Angels and the M's, Forsch and Young, that will be tomorrow night on Inside Pitch. He is still working on the version 4 charts there, Michael. I'm using the version 4 stuff he's using. He has not made it official yet. Not official. Bottom of the 7th here, tied at 5. Roy Howell leads off for the Brewers. Stieb is tired, and they're taking him out. That'll be it for Stieb as he will come out of the game. The Blue Jays are going to go to the bullpen, and they are going to go. They got 2 lefties coming up in the first. So coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays is going to be Dave Giesel. No wins, 3 losses, 5 saves, a 4.64 ERA. So Giesel will be the second pitcher. So both McClure and Stieb lead with no decisions. So Dave Giesel will come on to pitch, and he'll pick up with Howell. Bottom of the 7th, tied at 5. Giesel, 1-3, range play. Howell, 2-5. That's a double to left, but it's a range play for Bonnell. His range is a 3. He's got it. 1 out. Nice play by Bonnell. Takes a double away from Howell. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Here comes Moore. Moore is 0 for 3. Giesel, 1-2. Strikeout. No. Moore, 5-6. That's a line out to second base. Ords will glove that for the second out. And now Gantner. Gantner is 1 for 2. Doubled, walked, and got hit by a pitch. There's an Excel file for the charts. I should have used the paper that you had. Remember, go to the forums there and download them, Michael. You can download the version 4 charts, the beta charts that he's using, anytime you wish. He constantly is updating them. I would use regular paper for now before you put them like on cardboard. Giesel will pitch. Giesel, 1-1, blank. Gantner, 1-4, base hit. Gantner gets a single into left. Yes, on the Delphi forum. Single for Gantner. And now a chance for Molly. Molly is also 1 for 2, doubled, walked, and got hit by a pitch. 2 outs, Gantner on at first. He had 5 stolen bases. and not getting any here. Giesel, 4-1. That's a walk plus 10. He will walk Molitor, and now the go-ahead runs at second. So he coaxes a walk on Molitor. Giesel had 26 walks in 83. And here comes Yount. Yount is 2 for 3, a double and a single. Giesel will be tired after Yount, though. We'll see how long he goes. Fans here at County Stadium hoping Yount can go ahead and get it done. Strategy, nothing on the 9. Giesel, 4-3. That's a blank. Yount, 6-5. And he grounds it to short. Easy play for Griffin. He's going to throw to second covering Molitor. And that will do it. Nice job by Giesel. He gets out of the inning. No runs, a hit, and a walk. We'll go to the 8th. Tied at 5. No Bernie slide tonight. Top of the 8th inning. Slayton will stay on the mound. And Jesse Barfield leads off. He is 1 for 4. Slayton, 5-4 against the righty. Strikeout. He'll get him. Struck him out. That will be a K for Slayton. And he had 38 of them in 83 in 112 innings pitched. Not really a strikeout pitcher. Klutz is next. He's 0 for 3 with a walk. Slayton will deal. Slayton, 4-5 against the righty. It's an automatic out. And that's fly to left field. Ogilvy getting a lot of flyouts out there. He'll make this one too. 2 down. And now Martinez. Martinez is 1 for 4. Slayton gets the deal. 5-2 against the righty. It's an automatic out. And that's going to be another fly ball to left field. And Ogilvy saying, hey, can you hit the ball somewhere else? I'm getting a little tired out of here. Nice job by Slayton. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Dave Giesel is tired. And let's see. Cecil Cooper is the leadoff batter. Giesel's going to pitch. He's their lefty. They're going to leave him out there, I think. But let me check the bullpen for the Blue Jays. And they don't have any more lefties. They're going to let Giesel pitch. So Dave Giesel will come on to pitch. Cooper is 0 for 4. Tied at 5, bottom of the 8th. And a pretty big early game here in May. Giesel, a 2-2, blank. Cooper, 1-2, ground out to short. Easy play for Griffin. And Griffin will toss it over for the out, 1 down. Here's Simmons. Simmons is 1 for 4. Giesel, 4-3. That's a blank. Simmons, 2-4. And that's a grounder to second base. Ords will get to that one. And over to first it goes, 2 down. And now here's Ogilvy. Ogilvy is 2 for 3, a double and a single and a walk. Giesel sets up against Ogilvy. 2-1, possible error. Ogilvy, 2-1. It's a fly ball to right field. Going after that is Jesse Barfield. His error rating is a 7. That's an 11. He'll make the catch. And 1, 2, 3 go the Brewers. Tied at 5 after 8. But will we see some top of the 9th inning magic? Slayton can pitch to 4 more batters before he tires. He says, I can go, coach. Willie Upshaw will lead off. He is 1 for 1, singled and got walked 3 times. Slayton with the pitch. 4-6 against the lefty. It's a blank. Upshaw, 1-5, ground out, second base. Gantner will get to that. And over to first it goes, 1 down. Next batter is Griffin. Griffin is 3 for 4, 3 singles. Slayton doing a heck of a job tonight. Slayton, 5-5 against the switch left. It's a blank. Griffin, 4-3, and he hits one hard into left field. That's a 3, and against the righty, it will be a single. So Griffin does get on base. That's his 4th hit of the game. 4 for 5. What a night for Griffin. Blue Jays lose. It's not because of him. Here's Mosby. Mosby is 2 for 3, 2 singles and walked twice. Griffin had 8 stolen bases, and he gets the steal sign, but I don't think I'm going to send him here. He has an 8, and Mosby's got power. I'm not going to send Griffin. Mosby will swing away. Slayton gets the sign and the pitch. 4-1 against the lefty. It's a blank. Mosby, 2-2, and it's a fly ball to left. Ogilvy's going to get to that, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Orge. Orge is 1 for 5, a double, and he does have a sacrifice fly. Griffin on it first. He'll stay at first. Slayton, 5-3, strikeout, 3, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. What a job by Slayton. No runs and a hit for the Blue Jays. Jim Slayton, a 4.33 ERA, and all he did was give up a hit, 1 hit in his outing. Pretty darn good for him. But now will we see some bottom of the 9th inning magic? Leading off for the Brewers will be Gorman Thomas. Thomas is 1 for 3, a single and walked. And question is, Giesel is now tired. You got 2 righties coming up, and the Blue Jays are going to go to the bullpen. So Giesel will come out. Blue Jays will go to the pen, and they're going to go ahead and bring in the Blue Jay bullpen. Not that good. I'll take the best pitcher they have. Coming in to pitch for the Blue Jays is going to be Randy Moffett. 6 wins, 2 losses, 10 saves, a 3.77 ERA. Moffett will be the 3rd Blue Jay pitcher. No, Henke is not on the roster in this game. Moffett will go ahead and pitch to Thomas. Fans here at County Stadium. The thing about bringing in Moffett, though, Thomas has more power against righties. Moffett will pitch. 5-6, strikeout, 16. That's going to miss. Thomas, 1-1, and against the righty, it's a ground ball to short, handled by Griffin. And over to first it goes, 1 out. Next batter is Howell. Howell is 1 for 3, a double and a walk. 1 man out. Moffett will pitch. Moffett, 1-3 against the lefty. It's a blank. Howell, 6-3, hits one hard into right, but Barfield is there, and that is out number 2. And now here's Moore. Moore is 0 for 4. Moffett sets in, and he will pitch. Moffett, 3-6, range play at the park. County Stadium, 6-2. It's a fly ball to center field. Going after that is Mosby. His range is a 4, and he'll make the catch, and we've got free baseball. Free baseball. Free baseball here. Get your free baseball. Tied at 5 after 9. My new rule concerning extra inning games in the regular season, ghost runners are not activated in the 10th inning. I will start doing them in the 11th. I'm sorry, guys. I need sleep. So top of the 10th inning, ghost runners not active. They will be active in the 11th if we need to. Jim Slayton is tired. Barry Bonner will lead off. Slayton is going to come out of the game. He did his job. So now the Brewers will go to the bench, bullpen, I should say. And coming on to pitch for the Brewers is going to be Bob Gibson. No, not that Bob Gibson. 3 wins, 4 losses, 2 saves, a 3.90 ERA. Gibson will be the 4th Brewer pitcher. Gibson will pitch to Bonner here to start the top of the 10th. I know, stadium barfs, but I really can't play 18-inning games in the regular. Postseason, I will never use them. Postseason, I will not use them. But regular season, yeah. Gibson will pitch. Gibson, 5-2, wild pitch, it's a blank. Bonner, 2-3, base hit to right field, and right there, the leadoff runner gets on. So Bonner gets a single. It'll bring up Johnson. Johnson definitely got good power. Johnson is 2 for 5 with 2 singles. Bonner had 10 stolen bases, but he's not getting any here. And Johnson will swing. Gibson will go ahead and pitch. Gibson, 5-5, range play. Johnson, 1-1, ground ball, second base. That ball is hit to Gantner. His range is a 4, and he can't get it. It's a base hit. Bonner has decent speed. He will get to third, and the Blue Jays are striking quick. 2 batters and 2 base runners. Now the batter is Barfield. Infield is in. Barfield is 1 for 5 with a double. Gibson coming in here. He'll pitch to Barfield. Strategy. Nothing on the 7. Johnson stays put. Gibson will pitch. Gibson, 2-1. Hit by pitch. 20 is no. Barfield, 2-5. And it's a base hit to right field. The Blue Jays will take the lead. Bonner comes in to score. Johnson, a single to right. Base runner 2. -2 is a 0. He will hold at second base, but the Blue Jays take a 6-5 lead. Stadium groans. RBI single by Barfield. And now here's Klutz. Klutz has got very good home run power. He will hit. Klutz, however, is 0 for 4, but now 6-5 favor of the Blue Jays. Ghost runners? We don't need no stinking ghost runners. We'll see what happens. Johnson on at second, Barfield on at first. Gibson has already given up a run. Another run, he'll probably be yanked. Fans here hoping that Gibson can only give up the 1 run. 6-5, strategy roll. Nothing on the 4. Gibson will pitch. Gibson, 1-4 against the righty. Strikeout, he'll get Klutz. First strikeout for Gibson, he had 46 in 83. That's a big out. Here's Martinez. Martinez is 1 for 5 with a single. Gibson, no play on the strat. Gibson looking in on Martinez. Here comes the pitch. Gibson, 2-4, strikeout, got him, swing and a miss, struck him out, he gets Martinez. If he can only give up the 1 run, it'll be a moral victory. But now here comes Upshaw. Upshaw is 2 for 3, 1 for 2, a single and 3 walks. So bases now, runners at first and second. Gibson trying to get out of this. Blue Jays now have a 6-5 lead. Strategy, nothing on the 18. Gibson will pitch. Gibson, 6-5, strikeout 5, swing and a miss, struck him out. Gibson strikes out the side. What a comeback for him. 3 base hits and then 3 Ks, but a run does score. 1 run on 3 hits, and the Blue Jays now lead it 6-5. But now can the Blue Jays close the door on the Brewers? Bottom of the 10th inning. And leading off for the Brewers will be Jim Gantner. Gantner is 2 for 3, a single, a bomb, and got hit by a pitch. Randy Moffett can pitch to 2 more batters before he tires. He's staying out there. So Randy Moffat's going to pitch to Gantner here. He had 10 saves. So bottom of the 10th, now 6-5. Moffett will deal. Moffett, 2-6. That's at the park. County Stadium, 6-3. And it's a fly ball to left. Bonnell says he'll get to that one near the track, but he's got it, 1 out. And now here's Molly. Molly is 1 for 2, doubled, got hit by a pitch, and walked twice. Moffett will pitch. Moffett, 5-1 against a righty, strikeout, no. Molitor, 6-2, and it's a ground ball to third. That'll be handled there by Klutz. He does not make a klutz of himself here, but he does throw to first to get the out, 2 down. Now, Moffett is tired, but they're going to keep him out there, and he will pitch. Last chance is Robin Yount. Yount is 2 for 5, a single and a double. Yount is the last chance. Moffett will pitch to Yount. Fans here at County Stadium hoping Yount can keep the game going. 6-5, bottom of the 10th. Moffett sets up, and he will pitch. 1-5, walk. Ball 4, he walks Yount, and now the tying run is on base, and the winning run is at the plate. And here comes Cecil Cooper. Cooper is 0 for 5. You kind of think he's due. They're going to let Moffett pitch. They're going to let him pitch even though he is tired. A single one past him will not bring in the tying run. Cecil Cooper grabs a bat, and he will go up against Moffett. 2 outs, bottom of the 10th, 6-5 Blue Jays. Fans here in Brew Crewville want to see the Brewers win it. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 4. Yount will stay where he is. Moffett looking in on Cooper. Cooper looking for a good pitch. Moffett will deal. 2-6. That is at the park. County Stadium. 3-6. And it's a base hit to center field. The game will continue. Yount, base runner 5 with 2 outs becomes a 6. Single to center, -3, a 1-3. Yount will get to third, and he will. Cooper keeps it alive, and now Simmons is the batter. Single for Cooper, and now the batter is Simmons. And Moffett will come out of the game. Because now a fatigue result can bring in the tying run. So they will bring in a new pitcher to go up against Simmons. And as I said, this bullpen is not that great. But coming on to pitch for the Blue Jays is going to be Jim Acker. 5 wins, a loss, a save, a 4.33 ERA. So here comes Jim Acker. Acker will pitch to Simmons. Simmons is 1 for 5. He does have home run power. Robin Yount is at third. Cooper is at second. 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. Fans here hoping for more baseball or maybe a big-time hit by Simmons. Acker sets up. Here comes the pitch. Nothing on the 2. Cooper will stay put. Acker will deal. 2-3. That is at the park. County Stadium. 4-5. And it's a base hit to left field. The game is tied. Yount will come in to score. Cooper with 2 outs. Base runner 4. Single to left -5. He'll have to hold at second base. The tie game. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Simmons. A base hit to left. And now the winning run at second base, and here comes Ogilvy. Ogilvy is 2 for 4 with a single and a double. And Gibson now has a chance to get the win here if the Brewers can get it. Winning run at second base. Acker will pitch to Ogilvy. Fans here at County Stadium going nuts, hoping for a big-time hit. Acker, strategy roll first. Nothing happening. Acker looking in at Ogilvy. The fans are loud. Acker will pitch. 4-6. That's a blank. Ogilvy. 6-5. It's a base hit to center field. Will it score Cooper? Cooper with 2 outs. Base runner 4. Single to center. Single to center, a 0. A 1-4. Cooper will score. He does. He comes in there and slides. Walk off. That's your game. Brewers will beat the Blue Jays 7-6. Stadium cheers. Yay! Ben Ogilvy comes through with a big RBI single. Game of the year candidate, absolutely. And the Milwaukee Brewers will win this game in 10, 7-6. The Blue Jays get 1 in the top of the inning, and the Brewers get 2 in the bottom of the inning. 2 runs on 3 hits and a walk. And they did it all with 2 outs. They had 2 outs, then it was walk, single, single, single. Big time win for the Brewers. They will go to 20 wins and 11 losses, and the Blue Jays will drop to 18-13. What a game. Final line score coming up. No need for ghost runners tonight. For the Brewers, 7 runs on 13 hits and no errors. For the Blue Jays, 6 runs on 16 hits and no errors through 10 innings. The winning pitcher is Bob Gibson. He's going to get the win. And Moffitt is going to, and it's going to be Randy Moffitt actually taking the loss. Or does it go to Acker? Actually, no, Acker gets the loss. My bad. Acker's going to take the loss here. And no save. So the Brewers get a 7-6 win here in 10 innings. No need for ghost runners tonight. What a game tonight here on the network. But we're still not done. 10-minute ticker is next. I don't care what anybody says. Inside pitch is the most exciting baseball game, tabletop baseball game you can play. I don't care what they say. I just think there's more excitement in this game than there is in others. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Brewers are going to get a win here, 7-6 over the Blue Jays. Crazy game tonight. Let's see how the rest of the majors goes. May 16th, Yankees at Tigers. Yankees 11:54, 6. That's 6. Brewers 7. Tigers 7:31. That's 3. A win for the Yanks. Oakland at Minnesota. Athletics 24-31. That is 5. Twins 10-43. That is also 5. They will have extras. Oakland rolls a 1 +0. Minnesota rolls a 3 +0. That is a win for the Twins in extras. Cleveland at Texas. Cleveland 261. That is 5. Rangers 1356. That is 7. A win for the Rangers. Mets and the Pirates. Mets 1625. I'm sorry. Yeah, 1625. And that is 4. Pirates 1036. And that is also 4. They will have extras. Let's see. Mets roll a 2 +0. Pirates roll a 4 +0. And the Pirates are going to win it in extras. On to May 17th. White Sox at Baltimore doubleheader. White Sox 1026, 3. Orioles 1155, 6. Orioles take the first. White Sox 734, and that is 3. Orioles 1263, that's 8. And the Orioles will sweep the Sox. Royals and the Red Sox. Royals 1022, that is 2. Boston 1564, and that's 9. A win for the Bo Sox. Yankees at Detroit. Yankees 755, that's 6. Tigers 1952, that's 7. A win for the Cats. Toronto and Milwaukee. Blue Jays 1656, that's 7. Brewers 1345, that's 5. The Blue Jays will get a little revenge. Oakland at Minnesota. Athletics 1226, 3 runs. Twins 1416, that is 2 runs. A win for the A's. California and the Mariners. Angels 1565. I'm sorry, my bad. Angels 1526, and that's 4. Mariners 465, that's 7. A win for the M's. Cleveland and the Rangers. Indians 1116, that's 2. Rangers 1041, that's 4. That's a win for the Rangers. Braves and the Cubs. Braves 1431, and that's 4. Cubs 614, that's 1. A win for the Bravos. Dodgers and the Expos. Dodgers 355, that's 5. Expos 835, and that is 4. It's a win for the Dodgers. Padres and the Mets. Padres 661, and that is 6. Mets 844, and that's 4. It's a win for the Friars, and my Mets are now beginning to play like the 1983 Mets. Giants and the Phillies. Giants 224, and that's 2. Phillies 1122, and that's 3. That's a win for the Phils. Reds and the Pirates. Reds 432, and that's 3. Pirates 252, and that is 4. That's a win for the Jolly Roger. Astros and the Cardinals. Astros 1162, that's 7. Cardinals 826, that is 3. And that's a win for the Astros. On to RJL 518, May 18th, my birthday. White Sox at Baltimore. And I dropped the die. Yeah. Try again. White Sox 1133, and that is 4. Orioles 855, and that is 6. And the Orioles sweep the White Sox. Kansas City and Boston. Royals 1356, and that's 7. Red Sox 962, that is also 7. They go to extras. Kansas City rolls a 6, plus 3 is 9. Boston rolls a 5, plus 1 is 6. And that will be a win for the Bo Sox. Yankees at Detroit. Yankees 2651, and that is 8. Tigers 1024, and that's 3. That's a win for the Yanks. Toronto at Milwaukee. Blue Jays 1436, that is 5. Brewers 1332, that's 4. And the Blue Jays will actually get 2 out of 3 tonight. Oakland at Minnesota. Athletics 1736, 5 runs. Twins 1136, 4 runs. It's a win for the A's. California at Seattle. We have these 2 tomorrow night. Angels 1365, that's 9. Mariners 262, that's 5. And that will be a win for the Halos. Cleveland at Texas. Indians 331, and that's 2. Rangers 845, and that's 5. It's a win for the Rangers. Braves and the Cubs. Braves 1556, 7 runs. Cubs 1113, that's 1 run. It's a win for the Braves. Dodgers and the Expos. Dodgers 664, that's 7 runs. Expos 956, that's 6 runs. A win for the Dodgers. Padres and the Mets. Can my Mets get at least 1 win tonight? No, they won't. Padres 1046, that's 5. Mets 323, and that is 2. And that's a win for the Friars. As I said, my Mets are now beginning to play like the 83 Mets. Giants and the Phillies. But it was nice to be in first place for a while. Giants 1564, and that's 9. Phillies 1265, that is also 9. They will go to extras. Giants roll a 3 plus 0. Phillies roll a 1 plus 0, and that will be a win for the Giants. Reds and the Pirates. Reds 456, and that's 5. Pirates 1113, that is 1. That game belongs to the Reds. Astros and the Cardinals. Astros 923, that is 2. Cardinals 912, and that's 1. And that's a win for the Astros. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be May 19th. We will be back at the Kingdome for our first look at the California Angels. They will take on the Seattle Mariners. Ken Force will go for the Halos, and Matt Young will go for the Mariners. That's our first look at the Halos tomorrow night, so don't miss that one here at the Kingdome. Angels and the Mariners. Force and Young, be there or be square. Once again, congratulations to Ichiro, Billy Wagner, and CC Sabathia for making the Hall of Fame. Also want to remind you guys, if you want the 2002 or 2005 seasons in Inside Pitch, they are now available. Check them out. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out for the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the darn bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. It took 10 innings, and we did not need ghost runners this time. The Brewers win it in 10 over the Blue Jays, 7-6. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.